Hey, what's up, everybody? This is David here, owner of Exit Light Grooming, and I just wanted to kind of make a video here about the space that I'm in, where I work out of. Me and my buddy Roger work out of, and just kind of take time to appreciate a little token to like look back on, and just hopefully just be like, dang, like that was a vibe, that was a space, that was like where we really like cut our teeth. And this place was really like my first step in trying to see if I could handle my own business and, handle my own schedule and just really learn and, take hold of something that I was not used to, something entirely different, and, try to, you know, upgrade my craft and work on, things that I thought that were very important to me, and, hopefully connect with people that kind of saw the same values and whatnot. But so we are in Ironworks, 710 Milby, and I'm Suite 26. And this building has been really, really good to me. Like when I first moved in, it wasn't fully occupied, but there was like a lot of really cool businesses and stuff that I thought were really, really cool. And I've been here about 3 years now, and just seeing how it's come and where it's gone, like it's been a really, really cool journey. I've met a lot of really cool people, and but anyway, let's move on to the space. So I'm in this kind of like, was a dark hallway. We just got this light put in. So shouts out to whoever put that light in. We have a neighbor here to our left, and then this is it. So we actually didn't get this decal put on until maybe like a year later or so. It took a while to get everything going. Like I really didn't know what I was doing when I opened this place up, and just kind of went for it. But I had a client slash friend of mine come up with this logo, and I just briefly described what I wanted and what I didn't want while he was in my chair, and he was just like, I got you, like I got it. So he showed me this, and I really didn't have any thoughts about it. I was just like, yes, that is it right there. That's super cool. And so it was a really big moment getting this decal put on, and I was really afraid to do it because seemed so costly at the time, or where I was looking at first. But yeah, it means a lot having this on here, and I think it really sets the tone. And this is where you have scheduling, then a little slogan at the bottom. Know what I'm saying? Don't be long if you don't belong. And basically, that's just, without anybody reading too much into it, it just means, book an appointment and don't linger. One of like my little things that I was super crazy about when this first got going was how tiny it was. And I was just by myself at first, and even then, with more space, I thought, I don't want anybody hanging out in here. I kind of just want it to be comfortable for my clients, and just yeah, to have like feel comfortable. And it didn't feel comfortable when there was more than a few people in here. So I was just kind of like on that vibe of like, hey, don't linger if you don't. There's no reason for you to. But I know it sounds kind of silly opening a business and being crazy weird about that, but just the vibe I was on. But anyway, enough about the door, which I'm very proud of. But let's go in and just see the space. And like I said, it took a lot of time for it to get to this point, and she's used and abused right now. Like this is after a full day of working and everything. So there's hair on the ground, there's a mess, but still a lot to be proud of. Super dope. So right now we are currently working with 2 chairs. And just to go a little on the chairs, these are some Belmonts. I did not want to sacrifice quality when picking a chair. These chairs are not, budget friendly, but they really get the job done, and they do it with style. And like I love just like the Belmont brand. They're super, super good quality. I've been pleased working with them, and they're not like your typical bulky barber chair. You know, they're nice and thin, and I've loved working with them. Super, super classy, really nice. I've loved these bad boys. Just simple IKEA mirror. And this is where my buddy Roger works out of. On this right side, this is kind of his jam. And then this is my station over here. But let me rewind it a little bit, go back to the entry here, and talk about, you know, some of my trinkets and stuff. We got the mini fridge. Roger's the lumber god over here. He got this piece of furniture made for us, and it serves like cool purpose, you know, so clients don't have to bend over. We don't have to see whale tail when they're getting drinks out of the refrigerator, and a good place to kind of just shove our bags. I'm a EDC, aka man purse connoisseur, so you know I have a bag every day that I bring to work, and so it's nice to have a little place to shove it. And then, you know, stocked fridge. Shouts out to Topo Chico. Typically we have equal parts in here, but just, you know, boys like to drink, what can I say? And then again with the logo right there, very proud of. And then we got stickers, we got some Mexican candies, some chiclets, little dog. And then another thing I'm kind of a snob about is sound. So, you know, friggin' subwoofer here. You're supposed to be able to just feel it, not see it. Little thing to stay on time. Doesn't work for us, but you know, it's there. Our little money cat. I love incense. We do have an open ceiling, so scent travels. There's lots of weird stuff going on in this building. If you've been in here, you know. So I like to just kind of, nothing, you know, too crazy, just kind of get rid of the scent sometime. Popeye magazine, huge inspiration to me. I love Popeye magazine. It's like my favorite thing in print right now. And just like its style, I love Japanese stuff, so love the layout. Some of the products that we carry. So we do, Statement is probably one of the newer brands that we carry. But I have to kind of take you back to the beginning. It all started with Brosh. Brosh was the very, very first brand that, you know, I brought in here, and I kind of took inspiration from. I just saw a YouTube channel, Brothers Cut Club, and it's just like a barbershop in Japan. I got eyes on, you know, what they were using over there, and I really liked working with this stuff ever since. It's super, super cool. It's still kind of like a dedicated to like the old school American kind of like pomades and stuff, but with like Japanese standard of quality, you know, something that I admire, and like my chairs can attest to that. But yeah, and then Statement has just been a really good, Statement is something that we, like I personally never like intended to seek out, but after using it on my clients really responded to it. They love the scents. They love, you know, how it works in their hair. So it was just undeniable. Had to throw Statement in the loop, you know, and guys have been happy with it. I've been happy with it, you know, so we got a cool little like testament to like, you know, tried and true classics with a good little modern twist. And Statement has lots of cool stuff. Like I really like their, you know, they have like a tonic. Not every brand has a tonic. Their curl cream for my curly guys, you know. But that's something I'm super selective about too. You know, just what brands we carry, the stuff we're using, what we're giving to our clients every day. And then another brand that I like is Holy Black. They're more like geared towards, I love their shaving products, and I love the scents that they have. Super happy using that lately. I love like their packaging and the way it looks. So yeah, rad stuff. Again, Roger with these shelves. When he joined the gang, you know, like he really, really just changed it off for me. He really elevated everything, and Man, this place would not be what it is without Roger. So, shouts out to Roger, the man. And okay, so something that also was in the loop here in the beginning, but I just, couldn't figure out how to mount these. I got my Jeremy Klein Akira skate decks, one there and one here. Super, super sick. I grew up skateboarding. I love, skate culture. I love anime. Just goes back to all my, Japan fascination. And then up here are just some trinkets that clients have actually gifted me from different things like their travels. This little hamster actually came from Japan. Our clients have been going to Japan like crazy. But this bad boy's made out of denim. You know me, I love my denim so, so much. Then we got the contos providing the jams. Music is super important to me. So those pump out some good quality music. All right, some money cats. What's up? We got the little guys and the big one. And then this cute stamp. He's so cute. Moving on, we got some merch here. Another cool thing that, again, a big project for Roger, big undertaking. He collaborated with like a running brand and they cooked up a really sick design here. You can see a little idea of what's on there. We got those available. And then this is kind of where we shampoo and stuff. Also where we hang our work shirts. So we keep it kind of casual. We rock these shirts that actually keep hair off of our clothes. They've really been good protective layer because, man, it ain't it just cutting hair all day and then walking around with the full-on some dude's beard all over your shirt. So shouts out to Slicker here. We can get that. But yeah, it's this brand that makes, cutting capes. They have these like cool pockets on the sides, and I've never been one for uniform, but these really don't look like a uniform. They kind of just have that fit that I really appreciate, and they're comfy. And they've come out with some more stuff. That's my side. This is Rogers over here. But yeah, super cool. Shampoo bowl. Let's see if I can get this bad boy to adjust here. We got the Give Up. It's like, aside from the decks, it's the only piece of art that I have hanging up in here. And, kind of like at first glance, maybe not the most inspiring piece of art, but growing up in Houston, working in like the Montrose area, like I would see this scattered like all over the city. And like after a while, you just start to appreciate how much this artist like put in work around the city. And I kind of turned it into like a really inspirational quote, like, just to give you a little like glimpse of my personal perspective of it. Like it's not always a bad thing to give something up. The older you get, the more you can kind of just stop BSing. You can let go of some stuff and it's all good. That is not the end of the world. It's not such a negative thing. So really just shouts out to Give Up. Like, love the art, love like this thing is like a straight up cement slab. But yeah, super, super sick. This mirror, you wouldn't believe it, but it's actually stuck onto this wall with outdoor tape. I am pretty impressed by it. And I remember the first day, like night one, and I was opening the next day, I stuck this onto this wall and I just thought, okay, measure of success. If this mirror is sticking to this wall by tomorrow morning and it's not like in a million pieces on the ground, then we're, it's all green. It's like a good sign. It's time to go. And yeah, here we are 3 years later. It's still holding strong, even through the derecho and all the crazy weather Houston gets, it's still hanging on there. So small victory. And I used to actually like work in this with just this mirror. I could, if you look back on the page, on my personal page, or even I think on like the Exit Lights page, there's pictures of me like kind of facing, this direction, this mirror, and like, my clients would just get shampooed here, and it was just like I was by myself, so I kind of was like absorbing the room a little bit. But yeah, mirror hanging true. Then eventually, when I wanted to make room for my neighbor here, I thought the corner jams would be the move, and I've been happy with that. I think it's been cool, super fun. So that's pretty much the room in a nutshell. There's not much. This whole area is just kind of dedicated to work, so we got like our back bar here, just stuff that we both used, and we work off of these like little steel tray stations. I naturally want to go to Roger's station because he's tidier and cleaner, but whatever. It's all, today's about peeling off band-aids. So this is what I'm working with. It's a mess. I'm gonna upgrade this soon. Hot towel warmer, Roger's space, and then we keep our as much of like little stuff in there, but I've always tried to keep it like super minimal, not a ton of junk, just because I'm so hyper conscious of like how little space I actually have in here. But I hope I can always keep that and make that like a thing about what we do here. So just kind of keep everything only what's needed, only what's used. And pardon those, that is actually clean towels that never get folded because I like to show up, right before my first client, and we're just, working all day long. So, on an extra special day, there isn't a sack of towels sitting there. But again, something that will get adjusted later on. But man, just sign of the times, I guess, This is where we hang our capes too. Capes, big part of the game, for sure. So yeah, I don't know, just lots of inspired by, just trying to keep things sterile, kind of clean looking, comfortable, but just mostly functional for us to cater to our clients and, provide a good experience. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you to all my clients that have supported, me and Roger here. And thanks to everybody who's visited me while I was here and everything. But I'm actually going to close up this shop here. Man, who knows? Hopefully like in a week or so. I don't know. But yeah, our time here has come. Like it's over, So another thing you kind of get used to the older I get, and I'm not old by any means, but I'm just like, I guess, accepting a lot more of the inevitable. But like, yeah, that's it here. That's a wrap. And yeah, just thanks to everybody. I really appreciate you guys so much. All my friends that have come by, like anybody who's ever sat in the chair and got groomed by me and Roger, laughed with us in here, like got into some BS in here. Like it was all really, really cool. It was wild, dude. So anyway, yeah, stay posted. Follow me on Instagram. I may upload this on YouTube. I don't know, but I just wanted to make this video to kind of just keep this as a momentum, like or is it memento? I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But yeah, to just kind of keep this a little trinket to kind of like take this all in, chronicle it, online, and just hopefully look back on it and just be like, dang, that was it right there. So yeah, Exit Light, Milby Ironworks building. Literally no ceiling. Major thanks to my wifey too. My wife Lissa, she painted this room for me while I was chopping it up at another barber shop. But yeah, sweet. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it a lot. It's been real. Check you later.